Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to see the basic concept of string class in Java. So let's start. As we know, string class is most popular class in Java, which is widely used in many applications. Because string has many interesting features and characteristics that makes string class most popular. So let's deep dive into the further details of string. The first point is immutable and final. So our string is immutable, means we cannot change the content of string. Because of the our string class is final, we cannot extend the string class, we cannot override the method of string. So let's understand the immutability concept in string. So I'm creating here string as well, and we will try to modify this properties. So try to print out the S. In output, we are getting the original string. After performing the operation, the original string it is not instead it is create the new string in memory. So let's store this string. We are getting the uppercase hello in out. It means that when we perform any operation on a string, it will create new string every time. It is not going to modify the original string. So we will see why immutability is important in string. Before that, we need to understand the pool area in string. Actually, pool area is a special area in string where the all strings are stored. So before 1.7, the pool area which is present in permj, which is a method area in JVM. But after 1.7, we are maintaining the pool area. So why pool area? Why not the heap memory? Pool area provide the caching mechanism. Let's understand the caching mechanism. So the moment when we create the string S1, it is cached in pool area. So let's try to create the string S2, the same value, okay, the same string. So when we are going to create the string S2 with the same, then JVM will search in a pool whether this string is present or not. If it is available, JVM share the reference of that string to the S2. Then S2 will point out to the same op. We can verify whether the reference of S1 and S2 is equal or not. So let's compare the reference of S1 with the reference of S1 and S2. Let's create string S3 by the new key. So basically there are two ways to create the string. The first is string literal. The other is by using the constructor. This way is the string literal way, and the way we use the new keyword, this is the new constructor way to create the string. Okay, and when we are creating the by using constructor, this string is not entered. Not entered means JVM will not search for this string in a pool area. The JVM directly create the new object in heap area. So we can verify the reference by comparing the reference. So we will compare the S1 with S3. Okay, so we are expecting the output is false. Yeah. So these two objects are different. But if you want to make sure that JVM should search in pool area, in that case, there is one API that is Intern. In this case, now it is JVM will search in pool area. The S3 will share the reference of the string which is present in pool. Okay. So let's compare the S1 with S3, a reference of S1 and S3, and it is true. It means that the JVM will not create the new object in heap. Instead, it will share the reference of the string which is available in pool area. Basically, pool area provide caching mechanism. Let's take example. Consider one application handling the file, and that file has thousand of data, and 50% of data have the same name. So consider if we don't have the pool area concept in string. In that case, for every string or for every name, the JVM will create the new object that cause memory leakage. But because we have a pool area concept in string that provide the caching mechanism where we can reuse that's why the pool area is there, and pool area, avoid the memory leakage problem. So we covered string pool and intern. Let's move toward the third point. Why immutable? Immutable. So why string immutable? So as we just discussed, we have a pool area and that provide the caching mechanism. So here we are sharing the reference, okay, for same string. I want to change the string for S1. In that case, the S2 will also get changed. That we don't want, right? That cause the undesirable result for S2 also. So that's why string is immutable. The second point is thread safe, because we have an immutable string, so we can easily use the string in multi-threaded environment. Third point is cache hash code. So the moment when we create the string, at that time internally the hash code for that string get calculated and stored in a memory. So whenever someone wants to create this string for the value which is already present in a memory, then at that time the JVM will not calculate the hash code for that string because already we have the hash code for the same string. So that avoid the computation time. So that's why the immutability is important in string. So let's move toward the point number four, that is string API. So here I consider the example of substring. So what is substring? Basically, substring is an operation or API we can where this operation extract the subpart from the string. So here I'll type more. And I want to print this part. We know that we have a substring. So I'll apply the substring on S1. The start indexed if we go inside this, so see, we can pass one parameter and the substring the same method taking the two parameters. First is start index and the second one is the end index. Okay, so if I pass, I want to print this string, right? So for that, let's count the index 0, 1, 2. So the start index is 2 and end index that is 0. So it should be 6 because the end index should be the index plus. Yes, we are getting the string that we got in a. So let's try to pass 50 as an input. What will be the output? So here we are getting the exception, of course, because we are passing the value which is greater than the length of the string. Okay, so let's try to pass s1 dot length. As we know that we have 10 characters, but the indexes start. But here the index start from 0. Okay, so we have a 9 character, 0, 9 up to 9, and we are passing the length. It's mean that we are passing the as an input which is greater than the character number of string, right? So whether we are getting check whether we are getting these are output or not. So here we are not getting exception, we are getting the empty. So this substring accept, I just discussed like this substring accept the end index, that is the index of the last character plus 1. So that's why it is the substring accept the length as an input which is greater than the count of character. Till 1.7 there were a memory leakage issue for substring. Why? So let's understand this substring. Let me pass the previous 2 and 6. So here we are getting this string. Okay, this string double L O double. So in till 1.7 there were a memory leakage problem because while performing the operation on the original string, at that time the substring operation store all the character of original string. That's why there were a memory leakage problem. But this problem has solved in after 1.7. Now we don't have a memory leakage problem in substring string. So in substring in after 1.7, it is not storing the all character of original string. It is only extracting the character as per the input parameter we pass. So let's pass the length as an input to the substring method and run the board. So we are not getting any exception here. So in this way the substring works. So before 1.7, there were a memory leakage for substring method because while computing or performing the operation on given string, the substring method the whole character of the given string. But after 1.7, the substring method not storing the whole character while performing the operation on a given string. That's why after 1.7 we don't have memory leakage problem in substring. Okay, so this is all about the substring. The next point is storing password. So storing password in a string, it is not recommended way because we have a pool area where reuse the, so there is a chances that the string will not get collected for garbage collection process. And if someone has the access of pool area and get the dump of that, then the person can read plain text easily. So that's why we store the password in a char array. And that is the secured way to store the password. So yes, thank you. This is all about